Someone just disrespected you. Maybe it was a rude comment, a dismissive look, or even a public humiliation. Your heart races, your fists clench. You want to snap back. But what if I told you there's a way to respond that's so powerful, it'll make them regret ever messing with you? And no, it's not about yelling or fighting. It's about using the ancient wisdom of Stoicism to turn their disrespect into your advantage. Stay with me, because this is about to change how you handle every insult from today forward. We've all been there. Someone treats you like you're nothing, and suddenly you're stuck between two choices: explode in anger or shrink in silence. But Stoicism, the philosophy of warriors, emperors, and people who mastered self-control, gives us a third option. One that doesn't just shut them down, but leaves them questioning their own behavior. Today, we're diving deep into the exact words, mindsets, and strategies the Stoics use to handle disrespect without losing their dignity. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll wish someone would try you. Here's the thing. When someone disrespects you, it feels like an attack because your brain treats it like one. Your pride kicks in. Your ego screams for revenge. And that's exactly what the rude person wants. They want you to lose control. They want to see you rattled. But the Stoics knew something most people don't. The real power isn't in reacting, it's in how you respond. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who faced betrayal and insults daily, wrote in his private journal, "The best revenge is to not be like your enemy." Think about that. When someone's rude, they're handing you a script. They expect you to follow it, to get angry, to argue, to stoop to their level. But what happens when you throw that script away? 1. The power of silence. When someone disrespects you, your first instinct is to respond immediately. But here's why silence is your most powerful weapon. The Stoics understood that words spoken in anger only give power to the person trying to provoke you. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." Let me break down exactly how to use silence effectively. When someone says something rude or dismissive, don't respond right away. Instead, pause for 3 to 5 seconds while maintaining calm eye contact. This does 3 powerful things psychologically. First, it disrupts their expectations. They're waiting for you to react emotionally. Second, it gives you time to access your rational mind instead of reacting from emotion. Third, it makes them uncomfortable. Silence creates tension that they'll instinctively try to fill. Epictetus, who was born a slave and faced constant disrespect, taught, "If someone speaks badly of you, remember they're not describing you. They're describing themselves." When you remain silent after an insult, you're forcing them to sit with their own words. Often they'll start backtracking or explaining themselves, which immediately puts you in control of the situation. Practice this. Next time someone is rude, count slowly to 5 in your head before responding. You'll be amazed at how often they either apologize or reveal their own insecurity through nervous chatter. Your silence becomes a mirror showing them their own poor behavior. 2. The questioning technique. Stoicism teaches us that most insults come from ignorance rather than malice. Seneca wrote, "All cruelty springs from weakness." When someone disrespects you, instead of reacting defensively, turn the tables by asking thoughtful questions. This technique forces them to either justify their behavior or reveal their ignorance. Here's exactly how to do it. When someone makes a rude remark, respond with, "What do you mean by that?" Or, Can you explain why you feel that way? Delivered in a genuinely curious tone. This works because most people don't actually think through their insults. They're just lashing out emotionally. When forced to explain, they often realize how unreasonable they sound. For example, if a coworker says, "This report is terrible," instead of getting defensive, try, "I appreciate feedback." What specific parts need improvement? Now they have to either provide constructive criticism, which helps you, or admit they were just being negative, which makes them look bad. Marcus Aurelius practiced this by asking himself about critics. What do they know that I don't? This mindset transforms insults into potential learning opportunities. The key is to ask with sincere curiosity, not sarcasm. Your calm questioning exposes their emotional reaction as irrational while maintaining your dignity. Remember what Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." By responding with questions instead of anger, you demonstrate true emotional control and often leave the other person regretting their words. 3. The perspective shift. Ancient Stoics developed an incredible mental tool called the view from above, imagining your situation from a cosmic perspective. When someone disrespects you, this technique can instantly diffuse your anger and give you superior emotional control. Here's how to apply it. First, realize that the insult says more about them than you. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, 'The people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly, because they can't tell good from evil.'" This isn't cynical, it's realistic. Most rude behavior comes from ignorance or pain. Next, imagine viewing the situation from space. That person's insult is literally less significant than a speck of dust on planet Earth. In 100 years, will this moment matter? Probably not. This perspective shrinks the insult to its true size while expanding your patience. Now consider, what if this person is having the worst day of their life? What if they're acting out because of pain you can't see? This doesn't excuse their behavior, but it helps you respond with wisdom instead of rage. As Seneca advised, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Practice this. Next time someone is rude, take one deep breath and imagine the scene from space. Then ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? Most times you'll realize it doesn't. Your calm non-reaction will speak volumes more than any angry response ever could. 4. The virtue demonstration. Stoicism teaches that the highest form of revenge is to demonstrate virtue where others show vice. When someone disrespects you, they're actually giving you a golden opportunity to showcase your character. Here's how to turn their rudeness into your triumph. First, remember the 4 cardinal Stoic virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Your response should embody at least one of these. For example, wisdom. Recognizing the insult isn't about you. Courage. Standing firm without aggression. Justice. Giving them fair treatment they didn't give you. Temperance. Controlling your emotional response. Epictetus said, "Circumstances don't make the man, they reveal him." When you respond to disrespect with grace, you reveal your true strength. Imagine someone insults you in public. Everyone expects you to lash out. But when you respond with calm dignity, you win twice. You maintain your self-respect, and the audience sees the other person's true character. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know anything about the subject." Most insults come from people whose opinions shouldn't matter to you. By responding virtuously, you show their words have no power over you. Practice this. Next time someone is rude, ask yourself, how can I respond in a way that would make the ancient Stoics proud? Then do that. Over time, you'll develop a reputation as someone who can't be rattled, and people will stop trying. 5. The premeditation strategy. The Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, anticipating challenges before they happen. By mentally preparing for disrespect, you remove its power to surprise or upset you. Here's how to use this powerful technique. First, each morning, visualize possible scenarios where someone might disrespect you. Imagine your coworker making a snide remark, a stranger being rude, or someone cutting you in line. Then mentally rehearse your ideal Stoic response. As Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." By pre-living these moments, you drain them of their emotional impact. Marcus Aurelius began each day by saying, "Today I will meet interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness." This wasn't pessimism, it was psychological armor. When you expect disrespect, it can't catch you off guard. Now create your personal Stoic toolkit for these moments. 1. A go-to phrase like "I'll consider that," neutral and non-reactive. 2. A breathing technique. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. 3. A physical anchor, touching your thumb to each finger slowly. Epictetus taught, "Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views he takes of them." When you've premeditated possible insults, you control how you view them. The rude person becomes like a bad actor in a play you've seen before. You can watch their performance without being drawn into the drama. Remember, the goal isn't to become emotionless, but to choose your responses wisely. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Here's the truth. Rude people don't disrespect you because of you. They do it because of them. Their words are just a test. Do you value their opinion more than your own self-respect? The Stoics passed this test 2,000 years ago by realizing one thing. You can't control others, but you can control whether their words control you. So next time someone disrespects you, remember, silence unsettles them, questions expose them, and agreement disarms them. But the real victory? Walking away knowing they lost the moment you refused to play their game. If you're ready to master this, hit subscribe. Let's get you unshakable.